And this is it. The S25 Ultra, we know it will have a different design, not entirely new, but there is a big amount of changes that will make you think that this is a much different phone from the S24 Ultra. Even though the rear camera housing design hasn't changed at all since, I think, the S21 Ultra, I can say, or even S22 Ultra for that matter. But the corners have been rounded quite a lot. Now it still looks very much squarish compared to an S25 Plus or S25, but there is enough similarity in the rounded corners that you might get confused by these renders. But one thing you can see clearly here is these new colors. Well, the S25 Ultra as a base phone will get 4 different color options: titanium black, titanium gray, titanium silver blue, and titanium white silver. Yeah, but these are not the only color options available for this phone, or gonna be. They're gonna be Samsung.com exclusive colors too, like the last year's models. Maybe green will be there too, or maybe an orange color as well. But another thing we can see from these renders, oh my god, these slim bezels. This is crazy level of slimness. Now S24 Ultra already had very slim and symmetrical bezels because of the flat screen. This will again have the same flat screen, but this is even more tinier in terms of bezel thickness. And the frame is still made out of titanium, so no doubt about that. And the rear is again glass made, so there is no changes. But the S Pen that you're seeing, even though it looks similar to that of the S23 or S22 Ultra, but this one actually is supposed to not get the Bluetooth functionality anymore because Samsung thinks that not enough people uses that feature, so they're actually skipping on that, which is unnecessary because it's not doing anything wrong to the battery. Because even after all of these things, the battery is still 5000 mAh. Now, if you do look at the competition, then or the upcoming one, then every other phone with the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, which is a crazy fantastic processor, even the benchmarking number shows that's 10,000 in multi-cores and about 3,000 something on single cores. Wow, this is insane amount of performance, kind of like a desktop class, or it can compete with a base level MacBook. So that kind of power inside a smartphone is bonkers. But One UI 7 won't be able to do anything with it as much. It's kind of like a headroom for the future, but we have heard that Google is making Android coming to Chromebooks, which means it will also get the desktop class Chrome. And that simply means that we can expect some desktop class applications over the period of time inside even Samsung Galaxy Decks or the normal standard smartphones powered by future versions of Android, which is crazy. But all of those competitive phones with Snapdragon 8 Elite processor are coming with more bigger battery than 5000 mAh. This is where Samsung should have learned a little bit. If you look at the dimension of the S25 Ultra, which is 162.8 mm tall, 77.6 mm wide, and 8.2 mm thick, and compare that with the S24 Ultra, then it's not that different. It's a tiny bit more slimmer, but that's totally it. Why Samsung hasn't made any changes in the battery department? It's not known. But also they haven't changed a few other things like the 3x camera. It's still the 10 megapixel 3x telephoto unit we have seen inside the S21 Ultra. So if you're using something older than this phone, like the S24 Ultra, you're still not missing out on the 3x camera. But the 50 megapixel periscope camera is coming from the 5x camera. It's coming from the S24 Ultra straight out with the same exact capabilities. The 100x zoom, the 10x lossless quality zoom. I'm totally in love with that. But hopefully they have changed the aperture because that wasn't the best in the industry. It was f2.4, so they should do something better like f2.4 of the 10 megapixel 3x camera. That could be a good one. Heck, if you are using a S23 Ultra, you're not missing out on the 200 megapixel camera side either because it's the same one from the S23 Ultra. Hopefully they will do it with the S26 Ultra, but that's something we can expect. But other than that, the 256GB of base storage, 512GB or 1TB storage, those are similar. The UFS 4.0 storages, that's going to be there. And in the RAM department, we are hearing they're going to be 12 and 16GB of RAM variants. That's good because the other S25 models will also come with 12GB of RAM option as well. And this is mostly for the AI stuffs, The charging is not going to change at all. 45 watt, the same thing. And it will come with the same Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 5.3 support. And Android 15 will be coming pre-installed. So that's good, and with 7 years of security and One UI updates. And that's probably it. So Overall, what I'm trying to say here is that this phone is a very good upgrade if you're coming from something like S21 Ultra or S22 Ultra, because the battery life and the performance differences will definitely be really good. Also the main camera and the 5x camera. But other than that, if you're using S23 Ultra or S24 Ultra, there is nothing that much new. Heck, if you're happy with the S21 Ultra still, I don't think there is that many changes. But once they change the 3x camera to a better aperture, more resolution one, or the main camera to a much more higher sensor size, then yeah, surely that's going to be a big upgrade. But that's probably for the S26 Ultra, and it will also come in a very slim package, we are hearing, but that's something different. But we are getting a price hike news as well. In the US though, the pricing will still stay the same, but in other markets, it will change. In the European market, the S25 Ultra will probably start at 1,571 for the 256GB base model, which is about 100 euros more. So you can expect the same for the rest of the market. Let me know about your thoughts in the comments.
And yes, if you want, you can get some crazy cool wallpapers up on my website, a link down below. Until the next one, bye and take care.